Other legal concepts. Well, we just talked about reasonable certainty, but proximate cause. Okay? Can you explain to the court, Shannon, I'll address this to you, can you explain to the court how the alleged harm resulted in the damages that you've estimated?
No.
Excuse me?
Right. No. But I can tell you of the damages, how much of the damages the alleged harm contributed to the amount of damages, if that makes sense.
All right, let's back up. I probably should have prefaced my remarks with this, particularly for the younger folks. In litigation, every litigation, you have the concepts of causation and the resulting harm or the economic damages, okay? Typically, as experts, all right, we are simply hired to opine on what the resulting damages were, okay? But counsel has to prove in the court of law that there was causation, that the harm resulted in the damages that ensued, all right? And it's establishing that nexus or that link between the two. So I would agree with Shannon to the extent that if you're asked that question, generally you aren't going to be asked by counsel to opine on proximate cause. You're going to be told to assume that, okay? Thoughts on that, Kevin?
Just, you will get attorneys that try to get you to opine on causation. I don't do it.
Right.
I will caveat that to say there is one aspect of proximate cause I do address, okay? And it's actually in our textbook. I typically see this in valuation cases and lost profits, commercial damages cases, where in addition to the alleged harm that resulted in damages, and I've been told to make that assumption, however, there may be other mitigating factors, okay? There may be other factors that contributed to the magnitude of the damages suffered by the harmed party.
Right.
For example, a classic example is a downturn in the economy. All right. So on every project that I do, even though I've been asked to assume causation, proximate cause, I always look to see if there were any mitigating factors, and I try and isolate and quantify, for example, if it was a downturn in the economy, how much that contributed to the loss.
Right.
I think that is incumbent on us to do. Otherwise, you're going to overstate the magnitude of the damages.
Exactly. You can't just assume that, let's say the damages are lost profits, that the reason the lost profits were the issue in the lawsuit. You have to at least consider that there could be other factors.
All right.